Greetings, loyal minions, beautiful humans. Welcome to the Sci Show, the #1 ranked YouTube channel for twins. If you're a twin, I appreciate you. We're here to review Labblub. I just want to say he looks ridiculous. But as always, we will skip over that and we'll have a look at the odds. We can also see there's a secret mimic available. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone seemed to know this. Maybe I just hadn't kept up enough on all the line groups and Discord and stuff, but I didn't actually see anyone mentioning a mimic this time around, so I do apologise for not getting that out a bit earlier. Hopefully no one's wasted any summons. Odds. We have 1.9% chance of a legendary holy hero, so reasonable percentage, but there's so many heroes in this pool, it is just so crazily stacked with randoms, some good, some bad. I've also got a new 3-star in the slime family, which is quite interesting. Back to those odds. What am I doing? I love they've got a little odds hero event, Super Elemental Yellow 3. Little bit of a fail there in the coding. Anyway, legendary featured holy hero 0.5%, costume included if available. Bonus draw is the Emblem Mimic, 1.5% chance. That's not too bad for that Emblem Mimic. Unfortunately, we still have Neresis, so can't sort of hold off until that's replaced. So we do need to make... And with the Mimic, if you want to try and get the Mimic, you've got to go. Anyway, yeah, so that's the odds. I am going to do some summons at the end of this video, so keep an eye out for that. I do have quite a few of these elemental tokens saved up. So I don't really care too much for the emblem mimics, to be honest, but they can be handy just when you're farming during Atlantis and that sort of stuff if you are low on any particular emblem. But we'll check out Labblub. He's a cleric. He gets the mana shield. Always handy. Resists those negative mana effects. Yeah, recover 10% health when it does it when it's maxed out. Ailment immunity is handy as well. 6 turns, depending on some of those heroes, you can really make use of that. And this, like with the silence heroes like Ceres and Song, that can just become extra handy if you do set those off quickly. Flick that back off. Family bonus, the slime family. We should all be aware of this by now. But if you are new, for 1, 2, or 3 heroes of the same family, Mega Minions, Mega Fiends, and Fiends summoned by allies get plus 10, 15, 20% attack based on the numbers of slime family heroes in the team. So sometimes these little things go unnoticed, but you could definitely pair, even with just one of the vegetable heroes, or if you have a Grovit or Fish Dude that do those Mega Minions, it just makes them hit, Mega Fiends, makes them hit even harder, or the Mega Minions. Slime minion upon defeat. When this character is defeated, the nearby allies get a Mega Minion, 50 HP, 50% HP, 40% attack. And also when they take a hit bigger than 25% of maximum health, they themselves get a Mega Minion for 50% HP and 40% attack. So, I don't know. Some of these slime heroes look so strange, but he's just one of the... He's just such a boring nothing... I don't know. It's like a dehydrated slime. He's very skinny compared to most of them. That's neither here nor there. Stats are looking pretty good. Little bit higher defense. I'd love it if this came out and was exactly the same as what Goric used to be. It would just be such a classic troll maneuver. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Minion Scrutiny, running at average speed. Destroys all minions from all enemies and damages Mega Minions. Deals 50% damage to all enemies. All allies get 5% mana for each destroyed minion. After a character has received 5 direct mana additions from a special... Yeah, okay, that's just to stop the loops. All allies are immune to new negative mana effects for 4 turns, and their mana is increased by 20% for each resisted effect. Wow. Okay, so... There's not a lot of minion heroes in the meta, again, depending on the level you're playing at. There is that new... I can't even remember some of these heroes' names now. There's the red hero from the Sanguine event, which is Elizabeth. So she does bring minions out to all allies. So it's a direct counter to her in a way. Just a way of getting rid of those minions. There's also the yellow iron dude that I really can't think of his name that has minions. So there's a few new heroes coming in with minions again, which is interesting. And just in time to counter that, we have Labblub. Now, it's great. It destroys the minions, damages Mega Minions, which are still in the game a reasonable about. There's not as many of them. I generally, at the level I'm playing, see maybe Rosalind a lot more than anyone else now. From a Mega Minion point of view, you still see some Ferguses during Rush War. Then you do the damage. 350% damage to all is quite a decent hit. All allies get 5% mana for each destroyed minion. So you're instantly looking at 25% mana if there's 5 minions out there. If they've got multiples, like the foxes get minions to start the battles. There's not a lot of minions. There's no sort of multiplying minions, but it's a decent amount of mana. But then the big thing at the moment, with the moths that are in the game still, all allies are immune to new negative mana effects for 4 turns, and their mana is increased by 20% for it. That's a huge amount, 20% for each resisted effect. Now, for that reason, I'd almost be tempted to say the Blub will be an awesome support hero. Because if you take, I keep going through this, if you build a team of yellows that you're trying to kill with, you want them to kill. So getting this follow-up effect, to me, generally is quite often wasted. So if you're taking a team of 3 or even 4 yellows, you get your yellows, you're hitting with 4 big hitters or 4 decent yellows, you're generally going to get a few kills and it's pretty much battle over. Now, I know some battles can go the opposite way and you might be struggling along and you may have lost the hero before you get charged or something like that. But yeah, for me, that last bit means if you're using him as a support against someone like the Moths, then it can just be that, well, okay, if I get my main colour, I'm going to win with my main colour. But if I get my off colour, I've got a yellow. If I happen to get my yellow charged and fired, then every time that moth dust tries to get applied, your hero, whichever hero it goes to, is getting 20% extra mana. So that's just crazy, that side of it. But again, it's only niche against those heroes that are reducing mana, and you do need to fire off first. So I think on top of that, though, he could also go well in some yellow teams. I think, someone like a Rat Grub is good because Rat Grub can fire first. He's not going to hurt anyone. He's not doing any damage, so he's not going to destroy any minions. Then the Blub can go off. It also works because Rat Grub gets a minion, and this family bonus means that minion's going to be stronger, 10% extra attack. So yeah, I think it will pair well with a Rat Grub and then another yellow hitter. I'm trying to build a good yellow team at the moment. Like, I have a good yellow insanity team, but the heroes are getting a little bit outdated. So it's something I could also pair. It's hard if you're trying to keep the minions in it, but if you take the minions out of it, then I may possibly be able to pair Dolores with Rat Grub and Labblub, and you're just going to get so much follow-up damage and protection and also insanity. But yeah, I don't have a lot of yellow hitters to make a sort of yellow kill team at the moment. So I could possibly use, that could work as well, Frank Brimwell, if I pair the Blub with Rat Grub, because Rat Grub will summon a Mega Minion, which means Frank Brimwell will then do extra damage. So if you add that damage up, and I'm just going to give a quick example of what I'm talking about here. So if we jump into my heroes, get rid of all these deals are popping up like crazy. I'm trying extra hard. There's actually a few good deals in there today, but I'm trying extra hard to not. I find it hard not to get the alliance deals, especially now that I'm touring. But here's Rat Grub. Unfortunately, I don't have any Tomes of Tactics, but so he's going to summon his Mega Minion, which is stronger because you've paired it with Labblub. Then every special that goes off after that, you're going to do 250% damage to all. Now, on top of that, if I add in a Frank Fangs Brimwell, he's going to do 350 damage to all because, hang on, no, it's 365% to all because Rat Grab's going to have his Mega Minion. So he's going to do 365% to all. After the Blub does 350% to all. And on top of that, Rat Grubber's then going to do his damage twice. So you're looking at a little bit over 1,000%. I hope that makes sense. You've got 350 from Labblub, 365 from Frank Brimwell, and then Rat Grub will do 250% to all, but he's going to do that twice when the other two fire their specials. So it also means if there's minions there, then the Blub can do the minions, get rid of the minions, get extra mana, and then you've got the protection against the mana down as well. So it's almost 1,200% damage all up to all enemies. You've also got a couple of Mega Minions ready to fire that are stronger because of the Blub. So I think the word synergy is overused, but that's sort of what I'm talking about there, is those three heroes would make a great pairing and would generally at least get some kills, especially if there's minions on the other team. That just makes it even better. If there's moths, you're going to get that follow-up effect. So yeah, really good hero. Nothing meta breaking. I don't think it's going to become any sort of new meta tank or anything crazy. Anything that has something like destroys minions on defense, it makes it very hard because you just won't take minion heroes against it. Could be useful in the Horde War that we just had on defense. Anyway, we'll have a look at Harubo. Looks like he's been dropped a few times on his head as a... I shouldn't say that. He just looks a bit messed up, doesn't he? He looks like a... Yeah. Shield's been well used. I'm surprised he's managed to shield himself. He's a fighter. 3 stars are always handy for events and tournaments, but what do? Deals 350% to the target. The target enemy receives Devouring Goo status for 3 turns. Devouring Goo removes all dispellable buffs and growth effects. Deals 150 damage per turn and 50 damage. There's hardly any growth in 3 stars. There might only be 1 or maybe 2 heroes that even do growth. Is there any that do growth in 3 stars? I think William does Wither. Interesting. But that doesn't mean they can't come. But it's a single hit. Again, generally for events, you want the ones that are hitting 3. So kind of counts him out for that. We'll put a big cross on him. Tournaments, he's going to be useful being new. Anything like if there's a bloody battle tournament, his Mega Minion is going to be handy. Because you do get a big beefy Mega Minion if you die and or if you take a big hit. So that's going to be really handy. 350% damage is going to be quite good. And Devouring Goo, but it's only hitting 1. So a good hero, any 3 star that's new is going to almost instantly make some of your tournament teams and that type of thing. But yeah, that's what we have. Labblub, now let's do some live summons. We'll see if we can get the Mimic. I'm not sure I'll do all 30. We'll see how we go. If I get Labblub, I think I'll stop, or even if I get a Mimic. But let's go. I haven't had the best of luck with live summons. Let me know if you'd like to see slow summons or fast summons. Do you like me skipping them like that? Or do you like just, sitting back, chilling out, and watching it slowly surprise us with crappy heroes? I generally lose patience after a few when I'm doing it slow and start trying to skip, but nothing is yet. Let me know how you go in your summons. I love hearing heroes that people get and whether you think, how you think they're improving your team or who you're going to pair them with and that sort of thing. Whew. And yeah, really is just, we've got Harubo. That's fantastic. I'm just going to get this in the meantime to see what I get. Oh, just some emblems. That's kind of boring. Yeah, I find it sometimes almost boring once you start doing 5 or 6 summons. It's just like, it is very poker machine-like of just clicking the button and waiting. Being disappointed. I have saved these summons up over ages. I haven't bought them. Again, keep an eye out for a video coming probably on Saturday. where I recap my spend for the month and go through the different deals that you may be missing out on, and certain deals that you don't want to buy because they're just not very good value. So I did a little bit of experimentation with a couple of the deals I bought just to try and highlight some points. So keep an eye out for that. Wow, these are really poor summons. Not even a mimic as yet. I think I'll just burn through them all. Oh, wow, we just keep getting Harubo. I do need to get a couple of tomes so I can actually get my rat grub leveled. Goes against my theory a little bit. I try not to summon if I don't have the materials, but with a tome only needing one, I think I'll get those reasonably quickly anyway. So many Harubos. And again, that's where the lack of variety in some of these portals. Like, I've done 20 summons and got the same 3-star 5 times. I know it happens all the time in the moths with Rose Petite, and there's lots of jokes around that sort of thing, but really is just not the best system. But here we are doing summons. You do get quite a few of the free these. I think you get these elemental ones during the Paths of Valor and stuff, and I have not pulled in this portal for an awful long time. But as usual, when I do live pulls, not that I'm blaming you all, but I will. It's just terrible luck. Didn't even get a mimic. Oh, oh wow. Oh, there we go. So I was about to blame you all, and now I guess I have to say that it was because of you that I just managed to grab him. We'll get a mimic on the last pull just to make it extra fantastic. There we go. Whew. Well, that was kind of funny after going on a little bit of a rant. I hope you get the hero you were looking for if you are doing summons. I'm not too bothered by missing out on the emblem mimic. I don't care too much. I've said this before. Emblem mimics, I don't think emblems are generally that hard to come by. And there's so many older heroes now that are basically useless that it's easy just to reset one to get the emblems. But I hope you get the hero you're after. As always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, remember to gently caress the subscribe button, give your kitty a scritch for me, and have a bloody good one.